morning everyone. My name is Mrudula, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering at MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Today I am going to discuss a topic about HT connection. Today I am going to discuss topics like introduction to the HT connection, what are the different types of HT connections, and what are the different components which are being used in these HT connection, the voltage levels, as well as the installation process, its safety measures, its applications, its metering system, and benefits as well as the challenges of HT connections and future trends in the HT connections. First one is the introduction to the HT connection. Here you can see the definition. HT is nothing but high tension. High tension connections refers to the electrical connections involving high voltage systems. That is, high voltage systems typically above the 660 volts. Above the 660 volts used for transmitting as well as distributing electrical power. Transmitting as well as distributing electric power to industries, commercial setups and large residential complexes. That is, you can have LT system as well as HT system. LT system means low tension system. HT system means high tension system. Here you can see it is above 660, that is high tension volts is above 660 volts. Low tension will be below 660 volts. So, mostly the low tension wires, that is LT wires, are used for residential purposes where the voltage is very less, and HT connection is mostly used for residential complexes, not for individual houses, for residential complexes as well as commercial areas as well as the industries. What is the purpose? What is the purpose is it is used to provide the electricity to large scale users that requires substantial power, including the factories, industries as well as commercial buildings. So as I said, LT is used for residential purposes and HT is used for commercial and the industrial purposes. What are the different types of HT connections? Here you can see three different types of HT connections. The first one is individual HT connection, which is mostly used for the industries or large consumers, which is mostly used for industries or for large consumers which high power needs. Means the consumption is more as well as the voltage required is also more for this particular connection. Second one is bulk HT connection. Bulk HT connection means large areas or industrial complexes. Large areas or industrial complexes with multiple consumers using a single connection. That means for a single connection, if there are different consumers are being connected, consumer 1, 2, 3, if 3 different consumers are being connected to the same point. So for this particular application, we need to connect a HT, not HT, it is bulk HT connection if the consumers are more for a single point. Next one is, third one is HT metering. HT metering means separate meter for different users or points. Separate meters for different users as well as points of consumption to monitor and bill electricity usage. That means if there are 3 consumers here, for each consumer there will be a separate meter, and for each meter we will be connecting a HT metering system. So for second consumer, another HT metering system. For third consumer as well, another HT metering system. So for 3 different consumers, we can use 3 different HT metering systems individually in order to monitor and bill the electricity usage for different consumers of different places. Next one is HT connection components. What are the different components which are being used for HT connection? For HT connection, the first one what we use is transformer. Transformer is mostly used for a step down process or for the step up process for transmission or local distribution. That means in order to increase or in order to decrease the voltage based on the consumer, we need a transformer which is being connected to the HT connection. So this HT meter, the HT wire is being connected to a transformer which can increase or decrease the voltage which is connected to the consumer based on the capacity of the consumer. The second one is HT cable. Specialized cable are designed for carrying the high voltage. The cables for low voltage are different from the cable which are being used in HT high tension cables. The bearing capacity of high tension cables should be high. So, in order for safety purposes, we use more layers of protection for HT cables. So, this wiring system is being done by using HT cables. The third one is bus bars. Bus bars are conductive material used to collect or distribute the power. That means from transformers to the consumers and from consumers to different circuits. Consumer will be having different circuits. Circuit 1, circuit 2, 3, different circuits, and each circuit will be having a bus bars. Bus bars are nothing but the conductive material used to collect or distribute the power to different circuits. The next one is HT meter. HT meter, it is used for metering the power consumption to the HT connections. That means how much power is being consumed. How much power is being consumed by this particular customer. How much power is being consumed is being measured by the metering system. The next one is breaker or switchgear. It is mainly used for switching and protecting the circuit. It is used for breaking. Breaker is nothing but different types of circuit breakers. Different types of circuit breakers, like we can take MCBs, miniature circuit breaker, or MCCBs, molded case circuit breaker, or ELCB, earth leakage circuit breakers. So, based on the type, based on the application, different types of circuit breakers can be used, and these circuit breakers, which are also called as switch gears, are being connected for protecting the circuit. So, these are the different components which are being used in the HT system. Next one is voltage levels in HT connections. The standard HT voltage levels are 11 kilovolts, 33 kilovolts, 66 and 132 kilovolts. It is a common transmission level. These are the common transmission levels. So, above 660 volts, we can call it as HT or high tension voltage. So, above 660 and up to 33 kilovolts are typically being used in the HT systems for commercial as well as for the industrial sectors. The next one is comparison with LT, that is low tension. Low tension is, as I said, it is below 660 volts. It is used mostly for domestic connections only. Less than 660 volts, the low tension wires cannot be connected to the industrial purposes, and it cannot industry cannot run by using the LT or low tension connection. Next one is installation process of HT connection. These are the 4 different steps for installation of HT connection. That means the first one is survey and design. The load requirements as well as the transformer size as well as the best route for HT connection should be decided before itself. That means what are the loads connected based on the future purposes, also the maximum load to be connected, and what is the voltage level of that particular load. Based on that, transformer selection is done and identify the best route for HT connection so that the wiring cost reduces. So all these considerations has to be done in the survey during the design period. The second one is approval and permission. The second one is approval as well as permission. We have to obtain the approval from the power distribution company. From the power distribution company, we have to get the approval by providing the details which are taken from the survey as well as the design should be provided. Based on that, we need to get the approvals as well as the permissions. The third one is transformer installation. After the approval, the first transformer installation should be done based on the load. Based on the load, the transformer should be installed with associated switchgear. That means which is connected to the switchgear or the protecting devices. The fourth one is cable layering and termination. That is, after installation of a transformer, the cables should be connected from the transformer to the different circuits in a particular industry. So, we can say here cable layering as well as termination. That means HT cables should be connected from the transformer to the different circuits and perform the termination at the both ends. Means the circuit should be closed circuit. Next one is testing and commissioning. That means after installation of the transformer and after connecting the cables and after terminating the cables to the different circuits, when the circuits are in a closed circuit model, we need to test them before itself based on the grounding as well as for the safety purpose and to see the functionality of that particular system. So first, initially testing should be done. So these are the different steps to be followed for HT connections. The next one is safety measures in HT connections. What are the different safety measures to be considered? The first one is insulation. Proper insulation of the HT cables and for the transformers as well as the switchgear or protection devices should be done, because the voltage is very high when compared to the low voltage. So based on the voltage, the protection also or the insulation levels also should be increased. The second one is earthing as well as grounding. So we should ensure proper grounding. To prevent the electrical shock as well as to ensure the safety. In the previous lectures, we have seen different types of groundings based on the application, that is pipe earthing, rod earthing, strip earthing, plate earthing. So different types of earthing are there based on the voltage or else based on the load. So different types of earthings can be used, and it should be proper, there should be proper grounding to prevent the electrical shock and for the safety purpose. The third one is clearance. Maintain required clearance between the HT lines as well as other structures. Clearance is nothing but proper distance, proper minimum distance between each circuit. A proper minimum distance should be maintained between each structure or each circuit in order to maintain proper voltage without any cross connections. So, maintain required clearance between HT wires should be done, and install. If there are 3 wires placed nearby, the minimum distance between these wires should be maintained. This is nothing but the clearance between these 2 lines. Next one is circuit protection. So, use of circuit breakers, protection devices like circuit breakers, fuses, relays to protect the system from the different types of faults that may occur at different seasons based on the temperature or manual faults also. So, for reducing these faults, we need to connect different protection devices like circuit breakers, fuses as well as relays. The third one is PPE. PPE means personal protective equipment. Personal protective equipment, safety gear like rubber gloves, insulated tools, helmets for workers should be provided during the maintenance or during the installation. So, during the installation as well as during the maintenance, proper PPE kits should be provided to the people or the workers. So, all these 5 are the different steps to be followed. Next one is applications of HT connections. What are the different applications? Like, first one is industrial use, second one is commercial use, third one is utility substations. Means for industrial use, mostly for manufacturing plants as well as for factories and large scale machinery, we will be using this HT connection, high tension or voltage, high voltage connections. Commercial use, mostly for shopping malls, commercial spaces, hospitals, commercial buildings, complexes, we will be using this HT connection. Next one is utility substations, for transmitting power from substations to the distributions. That is, transmission lines are being connected to a transformer to step down the voltage. After stepping down, this is being connected to the distribution lines. So, during this process, we are using the HT wires, high tension wires, which are being connected to the substations. Next one is HT metering system. HT metering system, first one is functionality, different types as well as the power factor. First one is functionality. Functionality means HT meters measure the amount of electrical energy consumed by the high voltage installations. That is, the energy which is being consumed by the customer or the consumer is being measured by using this HT meter. They provide the reading for billing, load analysis and power factor correction also. They provide us the reading. The HT meters provide the reading for billing as well as for load analysis and for the power factor correction also. What are the different types of meters? That is, electromechanical meter as well as electronic meter. Electromechanical meter was of older technology. Nowadays we are using this electronic meter, which is more accurate when compared to the older version. Next one is power factor. A crucial aspect of the HT metering that affects efficiency is the power factor. So power factor should be maintained properly, and power factor correction also should be done at frequent interval of time. Next one is benefits of HT connection. What are the different benefits of HT connection? Efficient power supply, that means ideal for areas with high electricity demand. Efficient power supply should be done, which is ideal for the areas like high electricity demand, like in industries as well as in the commercial buildings. Cost effective for large consumers. Mostly the high tension wire is being connected to the large consumers only. So it reduces the cost per unit of electricity for large consumers. So cost effectiveness should be there. Next one is stable supply. It minimizes the fluctuation as well as interruptions in the power supply. It minimizes the fluctuations as well as interruptions in power supply. So stable supply should be given in the HT connection. Support for expansion. So it should be flexible, it should be scalable for future upgrades also. So in future, if we want to increase the number of circuits, or we want to increase the number of consumers which are being connected to the same junction or the same node, it has to support for the expansion. Next one, challenges of HT connection. What are the different challenges which are being faced by the HT connection? The first one is installation cost. The installation cost for high tension wires is very high. The high initial setup as well as the equipment cost. The initial cost is very high. Maintenance. It requires very skilled persons with regular maintenance and with proper PPE kits because the voltage is very high. And safety concerns. High risk of electrical hazards if not handled properly. If it is not handled, if proper maintenance is not done, it may lead to electrical hazards. So in order to avoid this, regular maintenance should be done. Next one is technical limitations. Technical limitations, that is issue with load balancing and voltage regulation and power factor correction. So proper power factor correction should be done. Voltage regulation, that is voltage levels should be maintained properly, and load balancing, there should not load should not increase at a time or reduce at short duration of time. So the load should be balanced properly. So these are the different types of technical limitations also. Future trends in HT connections. What are the future trends in HT connections? Like smart grids, energy efficiency, renewable energy integrations, as well as automation by using the IoT. First one, smart grids. Integration of HT connection with advanced grid systems is the real-time monitoring and control. Means future scope for research purpose is like smart grids. Next one is energy efficiency. We can improve the HT connection energy efficiency and minimize the energy loss. Third one is renewable energy integration. Means by increasing the large solar as well as wind power projects, we can increase the renewable energy production. Next one is automation and IoT. By use of automatic devices and by using the IoT for better control and maintenance of the HT connections. That means for the loss during the transmission as well as the loss during the distribution can be reduced by using this automated devices or the IoT devices. The summary is like HT connections are critical for industries and for large commercial establishments requiring a reliable and a stable power supply. For safety and for proper installation, an efficient system design should be done for effective HT connections. Modern technology are improving the functionality and the safety of HT systems. So modern technologies should be used. Different sensors as well as protection devices should be used in order to transmit the energy at HT connections. The next topic will be industrial substation in my next lecture. Thank you.